Okay, so now we've made the bottom and we've got our initials on the bottom and our class. We're going to make the top. Okay, so we're starting off in exactly the same way. We've got our square of clay, and using the palm of your hand, we are going to soften up those edges. Okay, so turn and pat. Okay, now we should be using a similar size piece of clay that we used to make the base so that it fits. So just get yourself your clay into a nice ball shape to start off with. Okay, and again the same process. Cup your ball in your hand, push your thumb through to the middle, and as we turn and push at the same time, making sure your thumb is always pushing against your fingers, so just like that. Okay, once your hole starts to get a bit bigger, you can put your thumbs and your fingers together and work it round. Now we need to keep this with us, and we need to keep testing to see if it fits on top. So that is looking pretty good, but I think we can go a little bit bigger. So just keeping about 1 centimetre thickness to make a nice top. So there, that is looking quite smart. So I'm going to just pat that on the table to flatten it out. Okay, and then here we need to put a bottom on the top piece. So you're going to have a nice rolled out piece of clay, put your cupcake top on top, and then using your knife very carefully trace around the top of your cake. Okay, so something like this. Now we're going to attach that to there. Okay, so we're going to use the score and slip method. So using your sharp knife, you are going to make this cross hatching mark all the way there and all the way on here, because we do it to both pieces. So we score it. We then get our slip, which is just water and clay, and we fill in all those holes all the way around the edge. Okay, and then again on this bit too. Cover up all the holes. Now keep lifting this piece because we don't want it to stick. Now press it on. Find where you did it. Okay, press it on firmly, and here use your thumb to push it onto the pinch pot. Okay, then we should seal up any gaps. And just smooth it off, and there you go. You shouldn't be able to see the crease at all from where we've attached that piece of clay. Okay, the one thing we are going to have to do to make sure it doesn't blow up in the kiln is to put a hole right in the middle. This will allow the air to circulate. Okay, so there we go. And just neaten it off. Okay, now when that sits on top, we don't want it, it will just easily slide off. So we are going to make a sausage to attach here in a ring shape, in a circle shape, to make sure that our pot lid, our container lid, doesn't slide off. Now to do that, take your clay, and using the whole length of your hand, you're going to roll out, it's a bit big, a sausage shape, just like this. Okay, I think that will be big enough, and that will attach Okay, so it's going to be about that big, so I can cut it to size. And then again, exactly the same method we use again, the score and slip. So score there, score along your sausage, and then using the slip, you can attach it on. And smooth it out. This will mean your lid won't fall off your container when it's all glazed and finished. Okay, so there we have it, all nice and smooth. Okay, so now for the decoration, the fun part. How are we going to decorate our top? So you may wish to put some icing on. So to do that, I'm going to roll out a piece of clay like this, and I might cut it into a nice in shape, and attach that onto the top to make it look like icing. If I was to do that, I would score and slip. You may think I want to make swirls of cream, so you might scratch into it, the swirls of cream, which I think is what I'm going to do. So I'm just twisting it round. I'm not going too deep because I don't want to go through the cake. I'm going round and round to make it look like whipped cream. I'm using this blue tool to help me. And then using the sponge, I can smooth that off. Just like that. You can put any design on here that you like. Maybe it's a type of celebration cake. Okay. And there we go. Maybe you want to put a pattern on, maybe it's for Halloween or Christmas. You can decide how you're going to decorate your cake. Okay, so there we've got the cream. Try and scrape off all those rough bits of clay. It needs to be as nice and as smooth as possible. Okay, and I think now I might add some sprinkles. So I'm just going to do that the same way I did on the slab, the cake slab I made. All different directions because they just fall randomly. And means I can add a bit more colour when I come to glaze it. Okay, and then I think my cake needs a cherry on top. So I'm going to make just a little ball. I'm going to press in the middle to make it look like the top of a cherry, and using again the score and slip method. I'm going to push that on now. I need to make sure that's really firmly on or it will just fall off. So really firmly push it down and even go around the edges to make sure it's nice and secure. Okay, and again, just like we have done with the other pieces, in your neatest writing you are going to initial your cake and you'll write your form, your class. I think we're doing this with every year group, so we don't want them to get mixed up. And if you really want to, you can put the date. It's nice sometimes to put the date because you'll find that your parents might keep these forever, and it's nice to look back when you're older and see when you made it. Okay, so there we go. There's our clay cake, completely finished. So that now will go in the kiln and be fired, and then it will come out and we will be glazing it. And then once the glaze has been fired, it will come out all nice and shiny like this one is. So there we go. This is how to make a pinch pot using clay and make it into a cupcake container. Okay.